Andy, tell us about the state of marriage in America today, as you write about it in your recent book, American Marriage Go Round.
Marriage is less dominant today than it was 50 years ago. In the 1950s, if you didn't get married and married young, there was something wrong with you. People suspected you were mentally ill. There was no other way to be an acceptable adult. Now, marriage is still here. It's still important. Most people want to do it, and most people will. But there are other paths. There are other ways of doing it, and you can wait longer before you're doing it. So it's become the chosen lifestyle among many, but there are the many, whereas there weren't those alternatives 50 years ago.
If I remember your statistics correctly, 7% of American kids will experience 3 or more maternal partners in the course of their childhood. Amazing figure to me. And almost a quarter, or is it 18%, will experience 2 or more, which you argue is a lot of instability for a kid to experience and not necessarily a good thing. So can you describe the paradox that we face in America?
I think most Americans carry around 2 clashing values in their heads about family life that they don't even realize are clashing. We highly value marriage in this country. If you look at surveys, national surveys, cross-cultural surveys that ask people about marriage, Americans are much more positive about it. They're much more likely to say it's still important. And that goes back all the way, I think, to the colonial days when marriage was kind of the center of the civil society that the early settlers established. It's very important here. And that's why we have more battles over marriage in other countries. The battle over same-sex marriage is not nearly so big in other places because people don't care so much about marriage. But we care desperately about it. We want to be married. At the same time, though, we're very individualistic, and that goes back in its cultural roots, too. Think of the saying, "Go west, young man." Think of the rugged individual. We're individualists culturally also. And so we want to be married, but we evaluate our marriages in very personal terms. How am I doing? Am I getting the personal growth I need out of my marriage? And if you think the answer is no to that question, you feel justified in leaving. So not only do we marry a lot, we have by far the highest divorce rate of any wealthy country. And then what do? We partner up again, creating this marriage go-round that I write about.